We're learning more and more about the absolute fury that overtook Donald Trump after seeing one of his two impeachment attorneys yesterday, Bruce Castor, aimlessly wander through his personal background, the political preferences of his parents, praise of senators, a discussion of pre-Revolutionary War British law, really everything but the subject matter of the impeachment during his opening statements yesterday, which lasted about 50 minutes, or rather not opening statements, the opening to the day one proceedings to determine whether the Senate has the jurisdiction to try a president that is no longer in office. As we talked about yesterday, the Senate voted 56-44 that yes, they can have the impeachment trial. There's a report from CNN that Donald Trump was, quote, deeply unhappy with the performance of Bruce Castor. Multiple sources familiar with Trump's reaction said to CNN that Trump was borderline screaming as Bruce Castor was failing humiliatingly, embarrassingly on global television yesterday. And particularly was upset that those opening remarks from Bruce Castor were rambling. Trump's team also was reportedly confused about the last-minute decision to swap the order of his defense. Castor, who did the 50 minutes of rambling first, was actually scheduled to speak after David Schoen, and people around Trump thought that this new idea of having Bruce Castor go first wasn't a particularly strong idea. Now, of course, they were right. How much of it is hindsight bias, I don't know. But they say that Donald Trump was particularly upset when the first thing Bruce Castor said when he got up there was, the House managers, the prosecution, did a really great job. And of course, it was true. It was true that they did a good job, but it's not typically what you want your defense counsel to be admitting. The New York Times also had a report in which they said that Castor getting up there and praising the impeachment managers was not well received by Donald Trump. And they reported that some of Trump's legal team were actually surprised that there would be raw video shown from the January 6th riots. This, to me, we said, when your own legal team misspells United States as Unitas States, that should be a signal that maybe they're not playing with a full deck when it comes to preparation. And Democrats had been saying for days, we are going to show video of the riots. Trump's defenders were saying, well, Trump's lawyers are going to show videos at some point of Democrats calling for violence. Okay, well, so everybody knows what to expect. But reportedly, Trump's legal team was surprised that there was video of the riots shown. I sort of half jokingly, 5% jokingly said during the proceedings yesterday, does Bruce Castor get fired today by Donald Trump? Apparently, it's actually something Trump is considering. The Daily Beast was told by a source familiar with what was going on that Donald Trump is considering pulling Bruce Castor from the legal team altogether, which would put everything on, in particular, on David Schoen, which would be a lot of work, to say the least. As far as the schedule goes, the impeachment trial is expected to go through the week and into next week. There are going to be 8 hours of presentations from the House managers, 8 hours of presentations from Trump's defense counsel. There will then be, it's either 4 hours total or 4 hours per party of questions for the impeachment managers and defense counsel. And then there will also be closing statements. So I'm expecting at least into Monday or Tuesday, although these things change so quickly that the plan may change relatively soon. Trump furious with Bruce Castor. Understandable why. Why can't Trump just get people who are adequately prepared to represent him in a way that's not embarrassing? Maybe it's because a lot of lawyers know they're probably not going to get paid by Trump since he stiffs people on legal bills. I don't really know the answer, but it just will not stop. One of our sponsors is Privacy, a free service that protects your credit and debit card. I use Privacy every time I buy something online. I installed the app on my phone and the Privacy desktop browser extension. Now, when I pay for anything, Privacy autofills a virtual credit card number. The money's taken out of my bank account. I don't have to give out my real card number or banking info to anyone. You can create and delete the virtual cards anytime. I especially love it for free trials because I can destroy the virtual card number as soon as I give it to the company, and I know I won't be charged in the future. Privacy also has a feature called shared cards, which makes it easy to split payments with friends. Parents can manage a virtual card for their kid with spending limits. Businesses can manage virtual cards for employees to use for company expenses. There are premium plans available, but Privacy's regular service is totally free to use. And right now they'll give you $5 just for signing up when you go to privacy.com/Pakman. The link is underneath this video.